One of the joys of editing Portsmouth Point is the sheer variety of subjects that our editors choose to write about. The personal to political, the scientific to the artistic. PGS pupils have always been interested in the world around them. And of course, this year, they've been living through history. The level of debate and discussion and the level of reflection and self-expression generated by the situation that we've all found ourselves in has been quite extraordinary, as the publication figures here show. In May alone, we published 83 articles in just 1 month. Many of our editors and writers, Sophie Mitchell, Aladanso Moko, and Max Budgeon among them, were aware of the coronavirus and COVID and taking an interest in the implications before many in the mainstream media were doing the same. And of course, so many articles have been published over the last few months, covering every single possible aspect of the pandemic, from the economic to the historic, from the psychological to the more sociological. During this time, while many of us have been at home, Mr. Hicks, one of the great mainstays of the blog, fantastic photographer, has not only been looking after the school site, but of course keeping it all up to date on progress and showing us some fantastic aerial images of the school and the wider community with his amazing drone. During this period, of course, there have been other things to discuss and talk about. VE 75, which many had to celebrate in a sort of socially distanced way. We had many articles from not only pupils, but also grandparents, parents, our own archivist, Mr. Sadden, discussing and exploring that significant event. We were very pleased to celebrate International Nurses Day, International Midwives Day in May, with contributions from junior school pupils, again, grandparents, interviews from our pupils with their own grandparents and people in the nursing profession. And that was a really fantastic thing to be involved in. And of course, in recent weeks, the murder of George Floyd, the Black Lives Matter movement, has caused a huge amount of debate in a very transformative moment across the globe. And this has led to discussion and reflection in the PGS community, the OP community, the pupils, the staff, as much as it has in the wider society. But at the same time, of course, one of the joys of the blog is that people like to write about what they want to write about. We've had people writing fantastic articles on the politics of heavy metal, on scone wars, and, of course, the really significant controversial issues of the day. We were very pleased as well that we were able to publish our magazine this summer, as usual. The theme was Mirror. We had a garden party. We didn't allow that to be prevented by COVID-19. We had a multi-location launch last week with several of our editors in Mr. Blewett's Memorial Garden and all the rest in their various gardens and verandas all over Hampshire and Sussex and elsewhere to celebrate this great event. We've had 2 fantastic issues of the magazine this year, 2 wonderful covers, the Mirror issue, brilliant images by Benedict Blythe, and of course Tom Beattie's brilliant recreation of the French Revolution for our Revolution issue back in December. I do want to thank all of our brilliant editors who've been absolutely extraordinary this year, ranging from years 8 up to year 13. And of course, pay particular tribute to our year 13s who are leaving us, having really between them just done some extraordinary work for the blog and the magazine over the last few years, not just in terms of the quality of their writing, but also the way they've encouraged younger pupils, their ideas they've generated, and their sort of support and enthusiasm they've brought to this publication over the last few years. And I do also want to pay particular tribute to Mr. Richardson, who really has been writing for the magazine since its launch way back in the days of Mr. Elphick Smith. He's written in every single publication. He writes beautifully. He's so intellectually curious and humorous and witty and eloquent and really typifies everything that we want Portsmouth Point to be about. He's been so encouraging to pupils and writers and others, generous of his time, generous of his praise. And we wish him a very happy retirement. And as we can see here, he's already very much ready for that over the next few years, exploring his music and his literature and all the things he loves so much. And as for everyone else, we hope you enjoy the summer. Hope you manage to get a bit of a break. And like Dr. Webb here, you'll soon be absorbed in Portsmouth Point. Enjoy reading it and the fantastic articles over the next few months. Thank you very much for listening. Have a lovely summer and goodbye.